5, 4. Live, David.
Farts. Old farts. Two old farts. Steve and Dave. Sometimes you find a diamond in the rough. Not this time, though. This is just rough. Two old farts. There is no better waste of time. Two guys. Two old guys. A lot of BS and more drivel than you can shake a stick at. Steve and Dave. God help us.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I
Isn't
think
this
God
the-
has
but
to, God has
isn't
to
this
help
the
us
Noosh-
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
because
this
I
the
got-
Noosh Anna show, though? You screwed up the intro, didn't you, David?
Do you know what? It's an age thing, Steve. Well, shall
I
we
see
do
that.
the
I see that.
shall we do the Noosh bit intro?
I think we should because we love her intro. Look at her. She's like Mrs. Spy in that hat.
Yeah.
We got to do the Noosh
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah. Well, here we go. For all those,
Okay.
just for anybody who's watching this now, please forget. Yeah, just forget it.
David's
We'll
been
start
drinking
again.
heavily. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
You're now watching two old farts making noises.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a lot better.
that's it. Yeah, I like that intro.
And good morning, you doggy dogs. This is Noosh Anna of Shoshana, and we are on Two Old Farts.
Very nice. Now you got to turn up your mic.
Hello, gentlemen and ladies out there in the world. How are we doing by this wondrous Friday the 13th today?
Oh, that's right. Happy Friday 13th. We're doing great. How are you, Noosh? You're all
Yeah.
animated today. This is
I
awesome.
am, well, this is Friday the 13th. Don't you know I'm a witch? A
Yeah.
Jew?
Well, I know it's Friday
Oh.
the 13th because I just did the wrong intro. So I'm
I was going to say, David.
See?
It's going to plan.
It's working.
It's going to plan.
I know.
It's going to plan.
That's right. So you're a Jewish Wiccan.
I'm a Jewish Wiccan. Sounds
Wow.
very, very magical.
Because I know at Hilga's House to pay to get a Jewish Wiccan, I pay extra. So, but it's very exciting. So,
Yeah, but they have to use gravy as well then, as opposed to just the normal lard.
spatula.
Yeah.
So, my dears, today
Yes.
I have for you, as always, do you remember?
Book of Colors.
Secret
Book of Callus, yeah.
Secret Lives. And I just sent this book to one of my favorite artists in the world, Miss Louise Gros, who makes those beautiful animal portraits and depicts religious images as well, very beautifully. And I found the last printed French copy online
Mm-hmm.
and sent it to her. She just received it yesterday and absolutely loves it. So,
Then is she like a friend of yours?
oh yes, we went to boarding school together.
Oh, excuse
Oh,
me.
Excuse me too.
Excuse me. I didn't realize you were so posh. And we went to boarding school together.
Not know
I
that.
went to a boarding school. I had to take my own boards.
Yeah. But I'm pumped. He's here till Thursday. Tip the wait staff. Try the veal.
Thank you very
Hey,
much. Thank you very much.
Quick question. Why isn't she a guest on your show?
Excuse me, Mr.
Yes, ma'am. Just thought I'd ask.
Well, I mean, that would be a good. I mean, she lives in France, so I would need to
Congrats.
talk with her.
She and
Well,
David are on
she's-
the same time zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well, yeah, why not? That would be.
Yeah, I don't know. She's your friend. Oh, excellent.
Is she going to do it in English, Noosh, or is she going to do it in French?
I
Or
don't even know if she speaks English. But
We don't even speak English.
we barely all speak English out here.
yeah. Well, Steve's from New York, so I don't know what he speaks, but there you go.
I can be translating. I mean, we can figure
certainly not,
it out. Actually, ask
certainly
me.
not the Queen's English, that's for sure.
No, I don't
Isn't
speak
that
the
right,
Queen's
Stephen?
English, David. I like to speak more like a man and go hi. My name is Bruce. I speak the Queen's English. I don't do that.
Bruce.
Anyway, yeah, if she wants to come on the show, that would be fun. We'd have a bilingual French
Yeah.
English show where it's
Brilliant.
going to be where we could ask her questions in English. You would translate it in French,
Great.
and she could literally tell us to piss off in French, but it would sound very romantic, and we would like, "Ooh, she likes us."
Well, whatever works, like Woody Allen says.
Yes, but yeah, if she wants to come on, why don't
Yeah,
you bring her on as a guest? Ask her.
that
I'll
would be
ask.
good, Noosh.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, she's really really talented. The
Okay.
things that I mean, she's so
Well,
much
she
fun.
shouldn't be on this show then, that's for
I was
sure.
gonna say, yeah,
There you
that's
go.
probably not the Two Old Fart show's not for her, but but your show she should be on.
Talented. Excuse me. What are you?
Yeah,
calling
you're
me?
extremely talented. You're our breakaway star on Two Old Farts, the network. Everybody loves you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get cards and letters. We get them by the threes, and they say we love the Noosh. And last year, out of our 61 not YouTube shows, but we had 61 podcasts in 2022, you
I
came
saw that.
in the top 5.
Isn't that nice, my darlings?
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you're one of your very first podcasts. You were like, I think it was you were the 3rd or 4th highest in listens, downloads in podcast world.
Yeah.
Downloads. People actually download and keep me.
Yeah.
Aww.
But that was the show I think that I wasn't on, so that says a lot about what's happening here today.
Oh yeah,
There
that
you go.
was yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So, man, New
I
Year's.
had to go to the funeral or something, or
yep.
get mummified or something. I had to do something that day. I'm not sure.
But yeah, but anyway, you can, like, as we told Michael, you can bring guests on the show. It's okay. So
Right. So this is season number 2. So we'll
that's
be
right.
on this guest, but in the meantime, my darlings,
Yeah.
what is that? This is the color of the year, the magenta. So
Okay.
here for everybody again, whoop whoop. And now I will be giving you the detail list of this lovely color. First, I'll read it. Baker Miller pink, mountain batten pink,
Ooh.
puce. Ooh, puce. What is a puce?
Right.
Fuchsia, shocking pink, fluorescent pink, and amarant. So
The
here,
last one sounds dirty. Puce.
Yeah. Let's-
Puce. I just got to know what puce is, and the last one I would go with just because it sounds so dirty that
Yeah.
someone's
well,
going to be offended.
I've seen
David.
it. I've seen a bit of too much puce in my life, so I'm going to have to go for the hot last one for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Amarant, you know that actually amarant is a grain as well. So this is going to be an interesting story for me.
Okay.
Let me see. Is that all? Oh yeah, that is, because I feel like there's more. Oh, then it's red. All right, my dears.
First of all, maybe we just say before you start, we like the hat. It's a nice look.
Well,
Yeah.
good for me. I didn't have time to do my brushing this morning. I never do. All right, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
A rose and an amarant blossomed side by side in a garden begins Aesop's fable. The amarant, a leggy plant with fresh green leaves and dense, catkin-like blooms, speaks to her neighbor. How I envy your beauty and your sweet scent. No wonder you are such a universal favorite. But the rose replies, a little sadly, I bloom but for a time. My petals soon wither and fall, and then I die. But your flowers never fade. They are everlasting. Aesop's audience would have known exactly what he meant. Although many of the 50 or so species that make up the genus have some rather unpleasant monikers. Careless weed, prostrate pigweed, goodness, love lies bleeding. Amarant has long been revered. Its name is homonymic, referring to the plant and also meaning everlasting. Garlands of amarant were used to honor heroes like Achille because they hinted with their long-lasting blooms at immortality. This symbolism made it irresistible for writers. In Paradise Lost, John Milton gave the angelic host crowns woven from amaranth and gold. The people with the richest relationship with amaranth, however, were the Aztecs, who called it Huautli. Huautli. That's a nice sound. Earliest archaeological evidence for amaranth comes from what is now Mexico and dates from 4000 BC. The plant was an important foodstuff. The leaves can be cooked like spinach, and the pinhead-sized seeds can be toasted and milled and pop like corn. See, I told you it's to eat.
Yep.
Some amaranth was grown on special floating gardens, boats filled with soil and set adrift on lakes. The water helped regulate the temperature of the soil and stop animals from getting at the crop. That's interesting. Farmers delivered some 22,000 tons of seed to Montezuma around 1466-1520, the last Aztec ruler, each year. The Spanish conquerors were highly suspicious of amaranth, though. The problem was not the role it played in the Aztecs' diet, but in their religion. Haha, Stephen, that one's for you. They considered the plant sacred, and it played a key role in many rituals. The Catholic Spaniards were particularly disturbed by the practice of mixing a little blood from human sacrifices into amaranth dough and baking it into cakes, my people, which were then broken up and eaten by the faithful. Amen. It was all a little too close to a parody of Holy Communion for them to stomach. Rowing, eating, and even possessing amaranth were outlawed. What saved the amaranth was its toughness and fecundity. A single seed head can contain 500,000 seeds, and it will grow anywhere. Try as they might, the Spaniards could neither stamp the amaranth out completely nor erase its association with the divine. In 1629, a priest complained that the locals were supplementing their Christian devotions with little edible figures of Christ baked from amaranth. Oh, how dare them! God, they were pushy, huh?
Bastardist Catholics.
In the 19th century, there were reports of rosaries being made out of the stuff, and popped amaranth mixed with honey is still used to make a sweet called alegría, happiness, in Mexico.
Sounds like cocaine.
It will definitely make you alegrillo.
Apparently.
As a color too, amaranth has gone into a decline. It was well enough known in the 18th and 19th centuries to make it into both dictionaries and fashion reports. In May 1890, for example, Harper's Bazaar recommended it for both silks and woolens, along with aubergine, prune, and lees of wine. It was also the name given to an artificial raspberry-hued azo dye first created in the 1880s. This is still used as a food additive under the name E123. God, that's what it is. In Europe, where it gives maraschino cherries.
Oh,
Active color, but has been banned in America because it is thought to be carcinogenic. Well, that's the biggest joke. Really? They banned this?
yeah.
Although the name is still occasionally used, there is now no consensus on whether it refers to a cherry red, a dusty grape, or a rich plum. Time, sadly, has given the lie to Aesop. The rose's beauty is as beloved as ever, while amaranth's fortunes have withered.
Oh, that's a sad story for that color.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
cry.
a sad
But
color.
I
It's a sad
I do
color.
like the fact that we have the Aztec gods and cocaine, and basically if we just added boom checka wow, we had a porn going on there for a while. It was awesome.
Funny that America banned that additive from like all the crazy bullshit that is put in our foods here in America. I mean, like seriously, they
One
banned
day.
a cute little color.
That's because whatchamacallit, that's because the color didn't pay it enough money.
Nah, probably.
It's like the color.
Yeah.
You know,
Would that be a Republican color or a Democratic color? Do you think?
an
Neither.
outlawed color.
No, it's an outlaw color. It's being independent. I have to be an independent.
Independent views. Like
That's
everything,
cute.
apparently.
Ooh.
Aw.
So wait, isn't there also a guy that talks about lizard people we're supposed to have on your show too at some point? The lizard people guy?
Yes,
The
yes.
lizard guy, yeah, the UFO guy, or has he been taken by aliens?
No, not yet. Not yet. But he's still very excitingly. Oh wait, it's just like me. No wait, no, my wonderful lizard elf, if I may. He's partially. I wonder if elves are mixed with lizards.
Yeah,
Probably.
Well, they are now.
they are now. So
Yeah, come on, Noosh. I mean, you've just made a whole new species.
My God.
Lizard
My God
elves.
is a woman.
I can see the t-shirts happening now. Are you a lizard elf? Yeah, that's the question.
So is that the new
Just
word?
asking. Just asking.
I'm a
I,
lizard.
I listen. If you want to bring the lizard elf guy on, that'll be awesome. A UFO show that'll go like 3 hours because we're just gonna let that one go. That's gonna go live too. We're not even gonna record that mother.
Oh
That's
my
just
God, you know
going.
what? We should bring my lizard elf and then bring somebody who absolutely does not believe in it.
Yes, that'd
Bring
be
the
awesome.
guy down.
Well, I'm sure you could bring one of his neighbours along. That probably could contribute towards it.
Yeah,
Him again? What, that lizard elf guy again? Come on. I mean, come on, Noosh, you have to, go and talk to him nicely.
I will talk to him very, very sweetly and very, very nicely.
Well, we could bring your friend on from boarding school. That'd be one hell of a conversation with a lizard elf guy, somebody who doesn't speak good English, a French girl, yeah.
That would be so nice. I'm so glad she's gonna have this book. I had such a great story for you, and I do not know why, my darlings.
Yes.
I can't find the mark. Well, maybe
it's Friday the 13th, Noosh. That's why. Same reason why we did the wrong intro, Stephen.
Which was she found it.
I found it. See, Friday the 13th works for me.
I'm very excited.
Again,
wow, the Book of Knowledge.
The Book of Knowledge, my lovely readers. La nouvelle encyclopédie.
Stephen, you have to write that down because I know you're dying to read that.
Oh my God, I've been reading. Well, do you, Stephen? You should. I can't find it in English, so
yeah. If I could find it in English, I would read it just to look at. Because when Noosh and I did the show when you had to go to the funeral, she read something about the American Indians. I think that's where she was reading it, and I was like, every sentence was inherently wrong.
Not every, but the beginning. You remember the beginning was wrong. That they discovered, whatever, like 3.
Right, and we just started to laugh. Yeah. So now it's sort of every time she reads the book, it's sort of like, oh, good. Look, it's like the Bible. It's a book of fables. So this will be fun.
Well, I thought the first half was sponsored by your lot, Steve. So
by the way, let's just get it straight. The first half was sponsored by us, but we stole it from the Mesopotamians, who stole it from somebody else, who stole it to somebody else. The back half was written to a bunch of people that were high on drugs at some point. So I'm not sure what the back.
That's your learned opinion, is it?
References might do well.
Yeah. Listen, but see, for all those people out there now that are going to be anti-Jew again, and you're welcome. So this just the first part of the Bible, that's just X amount of books, but then we've got a whole bunch of other books that you learn from. The Bible is just, there you go. The first, that's just like kind of like the preface of whatever. But then if you start looking at, they have all these other books and these other learned rabbis and yada, it's a whole thing. And at least some of our stuff, or most of it's all based on actual history where they can go back and find it. This other one at the back half of the fable book, where it's like, and he was born in a manger, it was wonderful, and there's a talking donkey. It's very nice. However,
donkey? Well, my donkey always talks. So.
That's right. And I wish I had a donkey that always talked.
I think that's a whole other show.
That's a whole other show about a talking donkey. But anyway,
the donkey's going to be on with the lizard elf, so that's going to be Disney eat your heart out. So I say.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the whole problem with it.
You've got a book for us. Oh,
yes.
The book of fables.
The same book.
So many books for you, my darling. Yes. But I have this wonderful story that I usually like to read it to the kids at the beginning of the year. I'm not quite sure why, but it is the story of the salmons, my darlings.
The who?
Salmons. Salmons. All right, Mr. America.
Oh, salmon swimming upstream.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, but say it again the way you said it, because you said it sounded very romantic.
Salmon.
Oh, the salmons, yes. They live next door in 12B.
What 12B? Penthouse 3, come on.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Again, my lovelies who are listening today, I am translating this from le français. So
You could do it in French, Noosh, if you like. We're happy with that.
I have French for the ending, my dear. So,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
and this is very interesting information. I would love all my fellow Americans to hear it out loud.
I can't wait to see how wrong this is.
All right, here we go. The courage of the salmons. Since their birth, salmons know that they have a very long parable to accomplish. They leave their little stream of birth and then go downstream until the ocean. And as soon as they come to the sea, those fish of soft water have to modify their breathings to be able to withstand the cold salted water. Number one.
Sure.
They then like eat so much to get so much strength in their muscle in the first few weeks so that they can all be able to respond to this very mysterious call. They get the call that they need to go back from where they came, and they have to go through all the ocean to first find that first opening of the river that will bring them to the stream where they were born. How do they find it from the ocean? Nobody knows. Salmons are probably have a very fine smell that can that's Steven
Okay.
that can permit them to detect from the seawater at the taste of the molecule coming from their sweet waters of birth, unless they can find themselves in space with the magnetic terrestrial fields.
Oh, this guy.
This
He's my favorite comic.
the second hypothesis seems less probable because we found out that in Canada, salmons that were in waters that were very polluted couldn't find themselves back home. When they think to have found the water of origin, the salmons then will try to get as far as possible in that source. And the task is horrendous. During many weeks, they will fight against violent currents that are inverse, jump to face cascades. They can jump up to 3 meters.
9 feet.
I think that might be true.
That's true.
Resist to the attacks of the predator. Some other crazy fish, some otters, bears, human. How do you call those? The
Fishermen?
human fishers. Yes. This is going to be such a carnage. Sometimes even they get blocked by the dams that were built after their departure. Most salmons will die along the way. The one that will be able to find their way to the original river will then transform it in a lake of love. All exhausted, shush! All exhausted and very skinny. They will have to make love to reproduce themselves with all the lady salmons that survived in that area. Their last energy will serve them to defend their eggs. And then when those eggs will be birthed to renew the adventure, most of parents will die. It happens that sometimes some of the salmon parents will have enough forces to go back alive out of this whole venture and then swim again to the ocean to start for the second time this long voyage. Crazy.
That was
So there are generations of children that have been reading this for the last 15 years that go by this story. I think it's marvelous.
It's great. I think, however, they know why salmons can find their way back. And I also,
For the lake of
the-
love. Oh,
the Lake of Love. That was awesome. That was great. If we were on network television, we'd have to go to a commercial right now. But that was awesome.
well, there's the Noosh bits.
That's right. I have to write that down. Lake of Love.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
David,
Have
this
you
is why you giggling so hard.
No,
Oh.
I was just, I was just wondering whether or not there was a lake of love in Austin, but there you go. Maybe there isn't.
No, there's no
Oh.
Lake of Love here. They have Lake Travis, and I've seen Travis. There's no love. So, but that was the funniest thing I have heard in my entire life.
For you, I have so much for you. In this book, let me tell you, to you
Yes.
and all my darlings out there, there is 384 stories, and the last one is about apparently a trout. How funny is that? So, we have so much more happening. We have.
Well, all I can say is tune in next week when we get the funny story about the trout.
That was great about the salmon. They don't know how from the celestial body, and then they go to the Lake of Love.
They can know with the magnetic fields where they are, but yeah, no.
I think part of that is correct.
Do they know how? Why? Do anybody knows? Does anybody know
why they swim up? Why they swim upstream?
Yeah, why did they go back? It's such a crazy thing to do. They're neurotic.
Oh, it's the smell, isn't it? Is that what you said? They can
Well, they
smell
said
it all
that,
in the
but
water.
It's
Who
the
said that?
scientists.
The salmon? The salmon?
No,
said
the
that?
salmon. They went for an interview. I saw it on fish television, and the salmon sat there. That's why.
And so then the thing that he said, they're in the ocean, and then they can detect the smell of the upstream river where they were born.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been to quite a few rivers that smell like that. So
I think whatever percentage of that story is true, it's just hysterical the way he wrote it. I mean, the Lake of Love and the celestial. This, like I said, all we needed to add was bong chicka wow wow.
And salmons are back with the
There
bait.
you go.
Round 2, fight.
Who knew salmons were going to be funny?
Like I say, tune in next week for we're all about with a trout. So
I know all about with the trout. It's a whole show.
Cool.
Can we do that next week, Noosh? All about with a trout?
Should we dress up like fish with our fish?
Ooh.
No, that's not fish. These are geezers.
Well, don't. Well, yeah, we can dress up like fish, and you can invite the lizard
people.
We'll have reptiles and fishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you have for us next, my dear?
So this is another book of wonder that I'm introducing to our crowds today.
Okay.
La vie en rose, mode d'emploi. So this is a book that was given to my mother many, many, many years ago, probably 20, 25. And this is another type of Bible with facts that are absolutely checked by me over the years. And the format is really lovely. Yes, Stephen. But so as you can see, every page has 5 sentences.
Okay.
And so this is the guidebook to have La vie en rose, French style. So I'm just going to open a page, read it first in French, and then translate it for you. Oh, this is a good one. This is great.
Is it about salmon?
See?
It's about salmon, Stephen.
It is! Oh my God, it is! Look! Tentez votre chance, souvent, encore, et encore, et encore, et encore, et encore, et encore, et encore. Take your chance, often, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. See, all the salmons go back up and up and up and up, upstream all the time. But wait, let me get one page that has 5. No. All right. Soyez spontané, be spontaneous. Fermez les yeux, faites défiler dans votre tête les 3 plus grands moments de bonheur de votre vie. Close your eyes and make a little movie in your head of the 3 biggest moments of happiness in your life. ... Concentrez-vous sur chacun de vos sens. Vue, ouïe, toucher, goût, odorat. Retrouvez ce que vous éprouviez exactement pendant ces moments de bonheur intense. Back to the ... Concentrate on all of your senses. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. Find everything that you felt exactly during those happiness moments, intense happiness moments of your life. Louez un piano d'études. Rent a piano to study. Apprenez 3 tours de magie. Learn 3, that's for you, Stephen, magic tricks.
I got a magic trick.
Wow. Not that I doubted you any second.
Oh, no, wait, really, I do. I'll show you guys a magic trick right now.
Oh my God, you do?
See, this is a pen cap. I'm going to put this pen cap in this hand, right? It's in this hand.
Yes.
And we're going to make it go to this hand.
Yes.
It's in this hand right now. Now for the hard part. I'm going to bring it back. And now it's back in this hand. See that? Look at that. That's amazing. Thank you. So for you people on the podcast, you didn't get to see the genius of that, but you got the salmon poem. So that was enough for you.
For all those people on the podcast, you didn't miss much. But there you go.
Thank you very
Well,
little.
all the people on the podcast, and especially all you, I mean, young or older men out there, real women love magic tricks. Go out and learn some. I'm making Michael learn some magic tricks because a man who knows magic, come
Yeah.
on. Don't you think it's sexy?
Yeah, I read that book as well, but it was an 18 plus. But
Well,
Here, I'll do one better. When I was a teenager, I belonged to SAM, the Society of American Magicians. And my
did?
musicians, he was
mentor,
dyslexic.
not really. My mentor was a guy named Lou Dick. And Lou Dick, back in the 50s, I know,
No,
right?
Stephen.
In the 50s and 60s.
No,
seriously.
no, Stephen.
He didn't touch me, I swear. But anyway, Lou Dick was a very famous magician that taught Doug Henning. For
I
those
don't-
people that remember Doug Henning. Doug
No.
Henning was a very famous magician in the 80s.
Okay.
So Doug Henning, so Lou Dick taught Doug
Did
Henning.
he have
so Lou-
issues as well? Did he have issues? Because
they might have.
in-
So I learned magic from the great Lou Dick by being a member of the Society of American Magicians when I was probably 13 or 14 years old. We used to, all the magicians that were members in his, I guess, region, we'd all go to his house once a week. And there were professional magicians and kids and about 20 of us. And everybody would do a trick and you would learn trick. And it was very, very cool.
See, that's
so you were an apprentice Dick, and now you're a qualified Dick.
Now I'm a full Dick. So there you go.
no, my
I get
dad,
it.
full old fart.
I'm
I
just
get
an
it.
old fart now.
Well, speaking of Mr. Dick, I wanted
Oh,
all you kids out there. This is still January. We'll be doing lessons for the rest of the year. And from this other book that is absolutely wunderbar, Steal Like an Artist of Austin Kleon. He has so many cool tricks. It's a lot of common sense that you tend to forget. So
Okay.
this is a good Bible for
That's
art.
good for us.
Exactly. See? So for your tricks, do not forget to use your hands.
A lot of women have told me that over the years. Anyway, go ahead. So,
Yes. So very easy. This is a whole chapter about using your hands. And for all of you out there, we are organic beings. Whatever you're doing in your life, please make sure to use your hands at all time. Oh shit! Did I turn it off? Can you hear me? Oh no!
yeah, we hear you. No, we're fine. We hear
Oh,
you.
I thought I turned it
No.
over. But yes,
That's because you used your hands.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh no, it
Using
was magic. It was magic.
it's a kind of magic. But yes, using our hands is essential to our experience of life. And in this digital world, all of you wondrous seedlings out there, make sure to use the hands of the life.
Very nice.
Numero uno. And then the number two that I have for you. Bam. Image. Insight and distance. So the
Okay.
more you go out in the world and expand your horizons, the more insight you will have. It will always give you perspective. So for all of you pupils out there, get out. Use your hands. See the world. And make things happen.
There you go.
Mama Noosh, out.
I love it. That's Mama Noosh just gave you your stepping stones for the week. I like your pencil.
Stepping stones for the week. And I love that we do this on Fridays before Shabbat. This is a great way to meditate on things for our day, all of you Jews out there. And non-Jews, all the non-Jews should even have Shabbat. How a wonderful practice we have. Once a week, no phone, no computers. You cook meals for your loved ones. You spend time reading and dreaming. All the good stuff. Why not everybody is doing this? I do not know. But on that note, go out on this Saturday. Use your hands.
Like I said, this show will definitely be not made for children.
Well, do you remember Love Actually? I would like to make an homage to a wonderful actor that I don't know who is called, but he is the rock player in the movie. And when he's interviewed, this is for you. I have an important message for you from Uncle Danny today, kids. Do not use drugs. Just become a rock star and they'll give for you for free.
I love it. Now, at least half of your fans are going to start trying to be rock stars using their hands doing magic tricks.
This is not what I said. This is from the movie. I will keep my pencil mustache and just observe.
Oh my God, too cute. So how are you going to end your show today? The puppet, by the way, your puppet shorts, everybody loves, just to let you know.
Do they now?
They do.
Okay, sweet. We still need to find names for them. Please, my fellow Americans, you need to help me out. I do not still have a sufficient English to find a wondrous name for those two lovely beings.
Yeah.
I have
we'll ask everybody, Noosh, we'll ask everybody to put it in the comments put the comments
Please.
down here.
I need a
All the
pond
comments down.
to 2 dragons. So each of them would be a half of a wonderful pawn. And then we can really make a bid for you. Until then, I can't put them on the show. Oh, don't look so sad. You'll come. He looks sad. Help me out.
And at what point do you want to do your show? This is going to be in the recording, so people will hear it. When do you want to do it live? When do you want people to be able to actually interact with you? Or if anybody interacts at all, we don't know.
How about the next Friday the 13th?
Next Friday the 13th? Okay.
No, I think we only get one a year. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that.
You pick a Friday, and we'll tell everybody it's going to be live, and we'll see how many of the fans globally decide to show up.
I would love that. How about we do a poll? Every person out there who's listening to this show, would you be so kind to help us with this quest? Ask your people, let them know what's happening, and see who would like to be live to ask me some interesting questions, even with your hands.
I like that. There you go. I like it. Ask questions from Noosh with her hands.
I'll be here waiting your answers with my pencil mustache, my darlings.
So today, Noosh, no puppets today, no French today.
No, she's not French. She's not
into the French. That's right. Hold on, my lovelies. Hold on, my lovelies. Hold on, my lovelies. Well, you know what?
Yes.
There's no better way to end some French with lovely common sense sentences for all of you out there. Let's go. Trouvez un rien qui pourrait embellir la journée de votre amour. Défoulez-vous après une victoire, petite ou grande. Lâchez-vous. Ne donnez jamais de conseils boursiers. Par-ci, par-là, décidez de perdre un peu de votre temps. Demandez à votre amour tout ce qu'il considère comme érotique. Vous apprendrez beaucoup. Si quelque chose vous plaît vraiment dans une vitrine, ne le ratez pas. Vous regretterez rarement une petite folie. Ne confondez pas le prix et la valeur des choses. Glissez une anomalie dans votre quotidien. Pensez au farfelu qui se déguise en Père Noël tous les 14 juillet. Allumez un feu de bois que vous avez ramassé ou coupé vous-même. Visualisez la scène. Vous avez réalisé votre rêve. Notez les détails de ce que vous voyez. Où êtes-vous? En quelle saison? Quelle heure est-il? Notez précieusement tout ce que vous ressentez, comprenez, entendez. Et pour finir, ce qu'on désire ardemment, constamment, on l'obtient toujours. Napoléon.
I love Napoleon.
Soyez ardent et constant. There you go. A little note ending on Napoleon.
Love the Napoleon. Oh, looks like we're ending the show now. Okay. Noosh, thank you, my dear. We love you. You're the best.
Noosh.
Love you guys.
Everybody, don't forget to subscribe and to like, and also leave your comments below. And if you look to the left of the screen, if you're listening, you can't see this, but Noosh has got her puppets. They're dancing. They need names, and so forth. And she's got her spy hat on now. So, she's got her spy hat and her puppets. So don't forget to like, tell your friends, subscribe. If you don't like the show, and we don't care. So, because we technically don't do it for you, we do it for us. So, and there's Noosh and the puppets. And we will see you next Friday with Miss Noosh, because she does shows every Friday here on Two Old Farts Making Noises.
Well, sadly, this is the end of today's show. A really big thank you to everyone who contributed today to the show. And of course, thank you to my co-host, Stephen Oldfart. I'm David Oldfart. Don't forget, subscribe to the show and get all the latest updates from Two Old Farts Making Noises.